Let's get YouTube up in here because it is dang it grandpa time. I have keys in my pocket from when I went out. We're up onto the investigation for chapter 4, so let's just jump right into it. BioShock, I still owe BioShock. I've only beaten one of the BioShock games. All right, let's see what we got here. Bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make any sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Magazine shelf bloodstain has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Why was it so far away when she died? Mary Kay and Ashley. Man, I wish I could get a hype train that was a golden Kappa train. Because then everyone would give me money for a golden Kappa.
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of this locker and then left a handprint and all the dust.
True.
And it looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. Maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was open, don't you think? During all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility.
Hey.
Think back before we opened the door. We looked inside the room, right? Here's itchy, sorry. The locker was already open at that point. No, that's wrong. We'll be getting there eventually tonight. There's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. What's this the handprint mean? Okay, so we already got a couple bullets, couple truth bullets here. We got a little napkin. She was definitely poisoned.
Huh?
Do you recognize it, Hina?
No.
Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help calm her down a bit. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. Damn. Let's go, A1. But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. Now they've lost all their flavor. Hina, she's dead. Polka dot candy wrapper has been added to the handbook section. Right. Did you guys see the Twitch added stories? That's how we got in. Some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of the room.
So...
Looks like a protein drink and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. So this protein can, it got a label that says Chem A2 on it. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this far from the chem lab.
Just a second.
That's strange.
Hey.
You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside. But they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Why does that matter?
So...
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. An important clue. I'm not sure how I see it. Empty protein. Dude, are you stupid? How does empty glass get under a can when you shattered the window? Peter Hines is leaving Bethesda. Is that good or bad? The chair was shoved against the wall doorknob so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Okay. Is there anything else in this room I should be weary of? Sakura drew her last breaths and slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma file, she also had vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. But what could have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. But is being poisoned an injury? Maybe her getting hit in the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance.
That's fine.
Your eyes have landed on a most interesting location.
Naturally.
Most interesting, don't you agree? It does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Dude, she got poisoned. It's so obvious. It's so obvious she got poisoned. You know what I mean?
What the heck?
We already know who did it. Bakia, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her, you know where? Right here in the rec room. After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me, she said she left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. The Monokuma file says she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself, and I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And then this is what happened. If I'd stopped her by force even, this never would have happened. I don't think you're strong enough to stop that big lady. Impossible to not have regrets, I know. Alright, Hina's account has been added. The fact that she had asked for those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. Well, luckily, one of them's in here.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. I did receive a note to that effect, yes, but what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. He accuses he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Yaku's account. So who do you guys think did it? And if you already know, well, you know what not to do.
However, it's true.
Someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise. Certainly, they would have needed it. They expected to stand any chance against her. You think it was me? I did it? I'm bald. I couldn't have done it. What's up, Petri? I honestly, I kind of think it was Hina. I kind of think it was Hina. Like, is it bad if I kind of think it was her? Burr's like Bayonetta, he kills people with his hair. Well, good thing I don't got any. There's shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have been originally a bottle. Glass shards on the floor into the bolt connection. There's something else on the ground near her. It's a figure. It fits the palm of my hand. Is that a chess piece? It's a Monokuma figure. Yakokuma. A lot of stuff in here that we need to get. Same shelf full of magazines. It's all different kind of magazines here. Oh, they all have a different chess piece inside, and inside each bottle there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is how'd they get those figures inside the bottle?
So
It's no different from your standard shipping a bottle. You know, where the bottle's open and is smaller than the boat placed inside. You've never seen that?
in other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Monokuma bottle has been added to the truth, dude. There's a lot of truths. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. The Monokuma bottle's sitting on the shelf. Also, what's up, Cat Loaf? You're not allowed to look at the cameras. For Monokuma only. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground, the red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle, which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. I don't think it was. I don't think it was, man.
what the heck?
Monokuma. Rec room door has been added. So the killer somehow made the... But how did they get out? How did they get out? Who the fuck coughs up blood from being hit in the head of a bottle? These people are stupid. She was obviously poisoned.
So then,
And you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided. She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. All right, so let's go find... Let's go find Stoner Boy and Genocide Jill. Those other 2 probably went back to their rooms. Oh, that was easy. Sayaka... Toko. Ding dong. Did I beat the duck game? I did beat the demo. Yep. Demo was beat. Who's there? The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay. Well, what do you want?
Back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
Didn't look like she was in a good
I
mood.
was hoping to talk to you about something.
They
Is now a
vented.
bad time?
Maybe. Toko slithered out of the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something. I did. I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked me to meet with you.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. Yuki already told me she had asked to meet with him. She wanted to meet with Master too? Oh, I just said 2, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious. Yeah, pretty much. So you can tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. That good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Dude, she's kind of... Dude, she needs to die. She needs to die. So does this fucking dude. This stoner needs to die as well. In game.
You know?
Did you need something? I did. I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How'd you know that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? And I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura. No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Definitely suspicious. Last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
Don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see.
Hey,
Sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh. Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back in his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash.
What?
Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you excuse me... Pocket trash has been added. What's up, Zio? Good evening. We're making a story. Maybe I should find out more about that protein can we found on the floor in the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the Ken lab. So where should I start? All right, so we have to go back to the 4th floor. We have to go to the chem lab and the scene of the crime. We'll go to the chem lab first. What's up, Alu? Good evening. Hope you're doing well.
What?
Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. I think what you meant to say was, yes, sir, I understand. Guys, Jesus. This is my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is, so I should probably take a closer look at it. Maybe at the bottle broken on the floor. Why is Baloney still alive? Because he's actually useful in the story, unlike everybody else. Em and Kyoko are actually useful, and everybody else is just kind of filler. Looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. More important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? If they killed him, what do they do if they kill him? They can't kill him. What's up, Closet Freaky? Like, as much as a douche he is, he's useful. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf, and this is where all the powder came from. It looks like the bottle had a label on it, Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? Yeah, useful guy. I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. And this powder must have been spilled.
In other words,
It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is what happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Like I said, she died because she got poisoned. That's where she spits up the blood. She got poisoned. I still am a little cautious about Hina. I honestly think it was probably Hina or Stoner Boy. I don't see it being Byakuya. I don't see it being Byakuya. I genuinely don't. Chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're regents. Put simply, they are used in experience to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh? What, do you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyways, that doesn't matter right now. I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with letter B and a number. So I guess I consider this part of the shelving unit section B. That means it's on C-2. On this shelf is one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All these containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number, so I guess I consider this part of the shelving unit section C. But I seriously got to look at all of these? All right, yep. They're all different kinds of dietary supplements. They shouldn't have dietary supplements right next to poison. But then there's C9 in there as well. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number, so I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. But wait, there's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C-9. Could someone have put this here on accident? Let's try to find out more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A is dietary supplements, Section B is regents, Section C is lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A, there was a bottle with the label from Section C. We'll see how useful he is. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. All right. I seriously gotta check this area. Oh, there's footsteps. I didn't even see those. These are footprints, and they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen. Well, let's go. Chop, chop. So I got to work, and before long, I drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? What up, GC? I can't believe somebody poisoned you, GC, in this game. Not bad for you, I mean. Me. So when you look at this, interesting, it would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business in the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours? No.
What?
Okay, let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. Please do not backseat also, people. Remember, don't backseat. Also, remember to donate your money to charity as it's the last night. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. See, your feet do appear to be too big. Too big? These prints are a really valuable clue. Dude, if my footprint is too small, that means Stoner Boy is definitely going to be too small. Footprints in the powder have been added to the bullet section. Already taking a good look at the chem room. Maybe I should look around in the rec room. All right, let's go back to the rec room now. What if I front seat? GC take the wheel. Jesus Christ. Let's go back to the rec room now, which pretty sure is... This is not the rec room. Wait, isn't the rec room on the 3rd floor? Yeah, rec room's on the 3rd floor. I know you guys are very excited for Danganronpa to be over. And a lot of people have asked, will you play Danganronpa 2 once this is done? No, I won't. I won't. Just excited? It's okay. How's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro told me.
I see.
So along with Byakuya, they both claim they didn't go see her, but it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway,
I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. We'll do the body first. We play a new Mario game? Yeah, probably. I'm definitely not going to be able to play Spider-Man before Spider-Man 2, so I'll have to throw Spider-Man 2 on my backlog, which I'm fine with. So we'll do Mario on Friday. Also, I got Wizard with a Gun code, so we'll play that tomorrow. But tomorrow might be a 1 stream day because I'll be hanging out with Kat's family. What's up, Adam? How are you doing?
just a second.
Just staring off into the space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know that.
Hey.
Don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. It won't be famous. Although there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it. That's totally normal.
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. Sorry, never mind. Most importantly, look here. Her shoes?
Correct.
You see the yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1. I'll be doing well, won't be famous. And Adam. Or don't do it, Adam. Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully. Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just explain. She didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing. Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either
It's
one.
true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Shelf of magazines we have to look at. Welcome back, Panda. A clue. Huh, this magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey.
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? You're right. Picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is on one of the pages near the center of the magazine. A word has been written in bloody letters, and it said Toko. Could this be a dying message? It would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So...
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message.
However...
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, that says Toko, right? Looks like it. And she's the killer, right? Dude, no. Red Sox need a new chief of baseball operations. Marlins GM Kim NG had just rejected Miami's contract extension. Fenway Group better jump on that. I thought you were going to say you're going to apply for the job. And I was about to be like, yo, good luck. Does that say 11037? Every time I see a death message now in this game, I assume it's not that person.
I won't forgive you.
I think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much suspicious. Like, okay, so it's not Toko. We learned it's not Toko. That's good to know. I think Kyoko said, what? Serious listening. Got a bottle clue of all the Monokuma bottles. Something new, something new.
Hey,
So did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it.
so...
I don't mind guiding you toward clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. No answer? I do trust you to a degree, otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Monokuma bottles. Well, the night piece is missing, but there's also... It looks like there's 2 bottles missing, but we only have the shatteredness of 1 bottle. And it looks like the queen piece is also missing, because there's the pawn, the bishop, the rook, and the king. But there's no queen and there's no knight. What the shit is a story on Twitch? So, for people that don't know, we'll see if it's on this phone, this one as well. I don't think it is. Twitch added this new thing called stories, where if you have the mobile app and it's updated, you can view a streamer's story. Apparently, I baited A1 and Game Nerd into thinking a stream was happening with a story. I'm sorry for people that I baited. I didn't realize it was going to add everybody or something. But it's like a Snapchat story, but it's a Twitch story. And they go away after 48 hours.
Hey,
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm if you don't mind helping me. An experiment?
Anyway.
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too.
that doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine, and that obnoxious Byakuya's not here, so
then.
I need to get something from the chem lab while I'm gone. Try to gather up all the glass. Dumb? Yeah. Let's go, Momo! Sorry to keep you waiting. Is everything ready? Let's get to work.
In other words...
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. The pieces of glass you collected in one of the Monokuma bottles that is still intact. That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
It's balanced, which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same, which makes sense. The Monokuma figurines inside are basically the same and nothing else would really affect the weight. Now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now what might you expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either way they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there. Huh. The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought.
In other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles put it all together, and I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. What do you think? It's all on you. Oh, wow. We're going to the trial already? Baby, 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 oh. Like baby, 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 no.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring, I couldn't stay awake.
It means the bottle that was hit. I assume it means that the one of the bottles was deliberately heavier. It caused more damage.
Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor.
Thanks for lurking,
of the
A1.
school. See you soon.
already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Yeah! All right, YouTube, let's play. You know how this works by now. We'll have a nice juicy 2-hour video next time for the trial, 2.5 hours, but this one was only 30 minutes. Quick investigation. Let's get to that trial next time, though.